I started off my logistics career at Schneider National, and I found an opportunity meeting with Andy Smith. It's 9 years ago now. He had some really great ideas, an awesome mission and vision, and I wanted to be a part of that. I think Circle is the place where I probably did the most growing up. When I entered the industry, I was a young guy, kind of slinging freight, trying to make as much money as possible. And then, I was able to take the skill set and bring it here to where, I had a really good understanding of the market and what we could kind of do to provide that additional layer of service and support to our customers. And it took a while for me to kind of say, all right, how do I bring this to the fold? How do I bring it to the masses and try to help lift the other people up? And, so I think that's been the biggest growing for me. It's just kind of being more mature across the board. I stay because, part of that, I love logistics, but I love the group that we have here. I love, the direction of the company, what we try to accomplish day in and day out. And, at the end of the day, I feel like I've always had a voice and my voice matters, regardless of what position I've held. It's certainly something that it kind of gets me excited every single day to walk in and see who the next person is going to have the next win. I'm at the point in my career, not obviously an individual contributor from the perspective of closing the next big deal, but making sure like the person behind me, the person that's coming up through the ranks, kind of walks and talks the way that I would. And so that's always been really, really exciting for me. And it's been such a crazy ride. And it's obviously not me by myself. I mean, the entire leadership staff that we have, there's just a huge amount of support. I'm constantly learning from them every single day in situations that, even in 12 years in freight, I haven't come across yet. I think the biggest growth is the addition of like the support we had. When I started, I think we were a little bit more of a cradle to grave model, and that kind of put an artificial ceiling on our ability to kind of provide the services that, we do to this day. And so, being able to see each department grow, each person come into the fold and be a contributing player to the space has been awesome. And I would just say just the overall structure that we have. We've gone from the wild, wild west of slinging freight to kind of, this is the right way we do it. We're going to replicate that and continue to grow organically off of it. At the end of the day, we are not so rigid as the old man thinking of like, this is the way I've always done it. We flip on a dime, right? And it's good. It helps us kind of navigate those waters like the COVID times and navigate the down markets, right? To be able to adjust to those situations when needed is usually the reason why we strive in those changes as opposed to dying out. See continued growth. I maybe see a couple more offices, a couple more of our young leaders stepping into more leadership roles across the board to help kind of train and develop the next crew. But I think that's also part of the reason why I love this place so much is that growth is always organic. It's dependent on what is needed at the current moment to continue to service the customer.